The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Ego, Christopher Daniels.
One half of the Bad Influence makes his way to the ring here on this Xplosion exclusive matchup. JB along with the Professor Mike today, and get ready. We have some great matchups coming up on this program, but we're kicking things off with one half of the Bad Influence.
And 1/3 of Ego. Look at these guys, they're always sticking their noses in everybody else's business.
And his opponent, one half of the World Tag Team Champion, Gunner.
The modern day Viking. Look at the size of this guy. One half of the World Tag Team Champions. He's Gunner, and no matter where we go, no matter what city we're in, the crowd loves this guy. They love the strength. They love the size. They love the World Tag Team Champions.
You know, I love that new nickname, the MDV, the modern day Viking. The past year or so, we had tagged Gunner with the nickname Mr. Intensity. And I can tell you, even though he's got a new nickname, the modern day Viking, he is still as intense as ever.
Wow, this matchup really is going to tell the story on not only the singles abilities of both men in these great tag teams, but really how they would fare on their own. No question. You take a look at Bad Influence and how long they have been dominating the tag team scene, and most recently, Gunner and Storm as World Tag Team Champions. And wow, what a shoulder block by the big man, Gunner.
And I can tell you from a pre-match conversation, a conversation that I did not elicit. He came to me. Christopher Daniels told me a win here on Xplosion over Gunner going to accomplish two things. Going to get in the head of one half of the World Tag Team Champions. At the same time, wants to send a message that he and Kazarian, they're due for a World Tag Team title shot.
And what a slam we saw there. Wow! Over the top of the suplex and a cover by Gunner. What strength. You saw those arms get hooked and right over the top when Daniels with very little effort appearing as though he just picked him up and tossed him. That's Gunner. That's that strength and that's that size. Look out, into the ropes goes Daniels. Here he comes and stops him again.
You go again with the strength, JB.
Wow.
Fall away slam executed to perfection. The follow cover.
And Daniels, I dare say, a savvy ring veteran in the fact that he has been around Impact Wrestling since day one, really. And Gunner, since coming on the scene, has been just as dominant in many ways, finding his way now as one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And what a tag team partner he has in the Cowboy James Storm.
Yeah, and in James Storm, you are talking about a legitimate first night TNA original.
And now, just raking him down by the hair. Christopher Daniels with the upper hand in this Xplosion exclusive matchup. More when we return in just moments. We are back. It's Xplosion exclusive matchup. Christopher Daniels, one half of the Bad Influence, taking on one half of the World Tag Team Champions, the modern day Viking. Gunner and Daniels just laying the boots to the modern day Viking, and it's been relentless through the break.
Yeah, more of the same is what we can say about this matchup, because during the commercial break, Daniels picked up the edge, has the advantage, and now exploiting it. Nice knee to the back. Going to use the ropes for a little extra momentum behind the boot.
And a cover. Gunner really showing his dominance not only as a singles competitor starting out in Impact Wrestling, but since coming into his own as a World Tag Team Champion along with the veteran, the Cowboy James Storm. Really seen some maturity, I think, as far as his in-ring abilities go.
And I really like that style comparison between Gunner and Storm as Daniels follows the neckbreaker with a 2 count. I think you have really that perfect mix. The experience that James Storm, certainly tag team specialist, one of the great tag team wrestlers of all time that he brings to this team, and then that pure, raw power, strength of Gunner.
And you know that with Bound for Glory on the horizon, it's just a matter of time now. You know these tag teams are going to be jockeying for position, trying to get a shot at those World Tag Team Champions at Bound for Glory. And right to the midsection, Daniels catches Gunner and throws him right outside the ring.
And I can tell you, I have received word that Storm and Gunner, they will be defending the World Tag Team titles at our Bound for Glory pay-per-view event.
Wow, Gunner over the top. Showing some great agility there, is able to take Daniels down in a sunset flip, nearly getting the pin, and now Daniels just taking those right elbows to the back of Gunner, but nice. Wow. Back body drop from his knees. Never seen that before. That's strength right there, and now Gunner sizing up Daniels, comes in with a clothesline, takes him down to the right elbow. And Gunner right now going to town on Christopher Daniels. There's a headbutt.
Yeah, even unleashing the headbutt. Full speed charge into the corner. And it looked like Daniels had another idea. Thought Daniels was going to go STO. Instead, slingshot time by Gunner. Here's the pin.
Slingshot suplex and a cover that goes 2.5. And as Daniels has shown, he's very resilient, can take a lot of punishment, but at the same time dish it out just the same and can catch you. As he did just there with Gunner, turning the tide on that momentum.
And with the motion from Gunner, I thought he was going to go for that big gun rack backbreaker instead. Daniels powers him down and gets a 2 count.
Daniels now sensing the frustration, picked him up earlier and dropped him down in the middle of the ring. You know that's usually a setup for that best moonsault ever, and if he can hit that, it's usually lights out. Gunner now reverses into the corner, goes Daniels. Daniels heads up and back kicks him right to the head.
Yeah, nicely done. Not only sidestepping the charging Gunner, but then able to catch him in the head with the kick. Now going to try and position him up on top, and the open hand, the palm thrust, rocks Gunner.
Interesting strategy by Daniels. Get Gunner up on the second rope now. Trying to capitalize with what appears to be an attempted superplex from the second rope. Gunner landing those right arms and takes Daniels down in the process now from the second rope. The modern-day Viking. Wow,
yeah.
Dives all the way across, takes him down 2, and that's going to do it.
Your winner, Gunner!
Little variation on a move that we've seen in the past from Gunner. What he did was he added going up to the middle rope. Extra spring off the ropes behind the finishing move that leads to the victory.
It was enough to catch Christopher Daniels. And your winner, 1/2 of the World Tag Team Champions, along with the Cowboy, James Storm, the modern-day Viking, Gunner, here on Xplosion.
Modern-day Viking. I'm the one and only modern-day Viking. What does that mean? It means whether I'm singles or whether I'm a tag team champion with James Storm, I'm going to fight in that ring. Christopher Daniels saw that tonight. It's not the first time I've stepped in the ring with him. Standing out on my own, you know, I've done that before. The fans, Dixie Carter, all the wrestlers in the back, everybody knows that. When it comes to one-on-one, I can fight. When it comes to being a tag team, I can fight. I can be a champion as a singles, I can be a champion as a tag. What's left to say? The modern-day Viking got a lot to prove, a lot. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. What do I have to prove? I have to prove to myself, I have to prove to the fans, I have to prove to this company that what they have right here, Gunner, the modern-day Viking, is the future, a future world champion. The man who wants to carry this company through the years.